Good morning, everyone. In this week's episode of VTV, we look back at the blizzard of 2018.
We also meet our new boys varsity basketball coach.
And we hear from you guys about what you look forward to most in the new year.
All that and more on this episode of VTV. 2018 started with an epic weather event that crippled much of the East Coast from Georgia to Maine. Forecasters called it a bomb cyclone, and in addition to over a foot of snow, it hit our area of Massachusetts with winds and a storm surge that rivaled a hurricane.
If that wasn't bad enough, some parts of the North Shore saw the most destructive flooding since the perfect storm of 1991.
Here's a look back at the blizzard of 2018 by Ben Janvrin.
Good morning to you. If you have preparations to make them now. It's not often you see this. Blizzard warnings from eastern New Jersey to the coastline of Maine for this crippling nor'easter heading into New England here.
The powerful system is being called a bomb cyclone.
What's a bomb cyclone? I don't even know what to do.
Bombogenesis. It's a surface cyclone, so a big storm with a central pressure that falls quickly. We're talking really quickly. 24 millibars in 24 hours.
If there was a snowstorm or a blizzard, I would know what to do.
Wind gusts of up to 70 miles an hour are predicted in some areas. That's almost as strong as a hurricane.
What do I do in a bomb cyclone? Oh my God.
Tonight, the devastating nor'easter, a bomb cyclone, unleashing its power.
You can see just how hard these waves are crashing against this seawall. It's crashing the water up over the roof.
Just behind us here, this is the Plum Island Turnpike. The water flooded the roadway. They had to cut off access to the island all afternoon. So a rough day here on Plum Island, and people who've lived here for decades say that water came in very fast.
Conditions deteriorated so rapidly out there. We've evacuated one family on the ocean side of Northern Boulevard to a friend's home. We're waiting for National Guard to get up here with a high water vehicle so we can reach some of the residents on the basin side.
Yesterday's supermoon combined with the weather causing an astronomical high tide, either tying or eclipsing the blizzard of 1978.
37,000 homes and businesses lost power. The wintry weather around the country this week is blamed for at least 15 deaths.
I bet that was one of the storms we'll be telling our kids about one day.
For sure. Well, if the start of 2018 is any indicator of how the rest of the year will go, we better buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride.
Darcy McDonough asked some of you what you're looking forward to most in the new year. Here's what you said.
So I think the most important event of 2017 was probably our country electing Donald Trump as our president. You can love him or you can hate him, but he has been probably the most unique president that we've ever had.
The most important part of 2017 would have to be Abe's reopening.
The most important event of 2017 was going to high school.
I don't really know.
Without a doubt, Mr. Colby starting the Cribbage Club.
My New Year's resolution is to get David Jackson to actually finish a project in VTV.
I don't have one. I made a promise though. Not eating like snacks like every 5 minutes.
My New Year's resolution is to get better at track.
My New Year's resolution is to finish a school year off strong and to make it through my freshman year at UMaine.
My New Year's resolution is to hopefully get back into shape.
The thing I'm looking forward to most in 2018 is warmer temperatures, because the end of 2017 was brutal.
I'm looking forward to graduating the most in 2018.
What I'm looking forward to the most in 2018 is becoming a sprinter on track.
Finishing The Office.
Okay, I'm looking forward to 2018 becoming a free agent and hopefully improving my golf game.
Midterms have come and gone, thank goodness. And while most of us had had traditional pencil and paper tests in many of our academic classes, here at VTV, our veteran members had to produce non-dialogue short films as their midterm exam.
Up next is a film by Abby McGee and Ava Ford about an experience that some of you may be able to relate to.
The Triton boys varsity basketball team has a new coach this year. Previous coach, David Clay, couldn't pass up the opportunity to go back to his alma mater in Newburyport to coach the team there.
In his place, Triton hired Coach E.J. Perry. Coach Perry has coached football, volleyball, girls basketball, and boys basketball at multiple high schools on the North Shore, the latest being Andover High.
Liam Gakeling, one of the commentators for VTV's broadcasts of Triton basketball games, recently interviewed Coach Perry to learn more about his past and where he hopes to take Triton hoops in the future.
right. So, Coach, in high school and college, did you play any sports, and how were you at those sports?
Yeah, I played 3 sports in high school, football, basketball, and track and field. So, I'm a believer in the 3-sport athlete. I think that that's important. And then in college, I concentrated on basketball, and I played basketball at Colby College and scored 1,000 points and started for 3 years. And it was a great experience, both academically and athletically. And that's what I try to lend and tell these kids that that's what they got to aspire to.
All right, so now you move on to coaching. How would you describe your coaching style?
I mean, I'd say I was demanding. I want the kids to play at the highest level that they're capable of playing. We go out and we work from the individual skills to the team concepts, and we just continually do it from there. And these guys have done a great job. They've adapted to what I'm asking for. We run many sets. They're not as used to that as they have been in the past. So I'm a guy who likes to run sets when the opportunity presents itself, and they're getting used to that also.
Well, you're talking about that. Do you have any coaches that you look up to or you take a lot of stuff from?
Well, I remind the kids all the time that living in New England gives you excellence in coaching, because you get to look at Coach Belichick. I'm a real just from afar. I don't know him, but I'm a mentor of his. And then obviously Brad Stevens, the way he runs the sets, he's unbelievable. I think he's the best coach in the NBA. So I tell the guys to watch them all the time, and not only in how they coach, but what they preach, what they talk on game day, how you approach the game. And then I'm just from a family of coaches, so my father coached for 50 years. My father-in-law coached for 53 years. He was in the same classroom. My youngest brother's the head coach at Bryant University, and I go down there and I talk to Tim O'Shea, who's the basketball coach, but I also look at my brother's style, and then my other brother's out at the Texans, and he's the receivers coach, and the demands and everything that they do. So I'm sort of in an embryo of coaching, so I have to look at everything that is told to me, but I enjoy it.
So, thinking about 7th and 8th graders out there, hey, what's the varsity coach say I ought to do? I ought to work on my individual skills, or I ought to be playing a lot of pickup ball to get better at the team game?
Well, that's a good segue in who I watch, and one of the guys that I used to watch, especially when my brother was at Princeton for a long time, was Pete Carrill. And he says the whole game comes down to ball handling. So you start, you got to be ball handling. You got to have the ball in your hand. You got to be able to dribble. You got to be able to pass, and that leads to the shooting. So what I suggest to all these kids is do a set of dribbling drills, and then shooting. A minimum you should be doing 200, 300 shots a day, and I hope some of the guys that really want to be good, it's 400 to 500 shots a day. It's like anything else. You got to do it daily, and you got to work on your skills daily.
So what brought you to Triton? What was the appeal of coming to this school and this conference?
Really just when I walked in and I saw the gym and the setup, to have 2 gyms and to have 14 baskets and to have the ability to work with the younger kids to build your program, that's a huge plus. I've been very, very pleasantly surprised with the talent and the passion for the game. So it's been a great fit, and I've really enjoyed it.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Coach.
All right.
Thanks. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our first-year VTV crew members were required to produce a music video for their midterm exam in TV production.
We close our show with Alexandra Floodman's music video to the song I'll Think of You.
Think of you as I go, so when I leave, you're not alone. And no matter where we are, we will never be that far, 'cause I will think of you as I go. Think of you as I dream, So when it's dark, you'll be with me, And no matter where we are, we can look up to the stars, and I will think of you as I dream.
Oh, it's a long and winding road, but you don't have to walk alone.
think of you
When I'm down,
when I'm down,
when my heart,
when my heart
is on the ground,
And
I will never lose my way, even if the skies are gray, 'cause I will think of you when I'm down.
Oh, it's a long and winding road, but you don't have to walk alone. 'Cause no matter where we are, I will keep you in my heart. I will think of you as I go. Oh, it's a long and winding road, but you don't have to walk alone. 'Cause no matter where we are, I will keep you in my heart.
And I will think of you. Yes, I will think of you.
Oh, I will think of you as I go.
Thanks for watching this episode of VTV.
For Bonnie, I'm Evelyn.
See you next week, Triton.
Hello.
VTV television.
Fancy.
Darcy McDough.
Donna.
Ew, I hate midterms. This is a film by Abby McGee and Ava Ford about Does anyone have coffee they want to give to me? Oh, that was such sick. Produce a music video for their midterm exam in Peace.